Well, I've seen Spider-Man No Way Home, so I mean, for now, this is all the Spider-Man movies that there are, so I figured I might as well rank them all. So this video is going to rank from Spider-Man 2002 to Spider-Man No Way Home in 2021. So obviously we're getting part 1 of Across the Spider-Verse next year. I assume the following year we'll get part 2, and then hopefully we'll get another Spider-Man live action after that. Just keep bringing on the Spider-Man. This is not including Venom or Venom 2 or Morbius that comes out next month, which are technically Spider-Man films, but I don't even know. It's complicated. But yeah, we're going to do, starting from worst to best. I should mention that all these movies, I think, are very nostalgic to me. Some of them are definitely better than others, but this is my opinion on my favorites and what I like the most, not necessarily what I think is the best Spider-Man movie, because there are definitely be some controversy ones in here that you're going to be like, what? And I'm like, yeah. But anyway, starting off with number 9, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This movie's a hodgepodge of garbage. Like, it's really not good. Andrew Garfield has some good emotional punches with Emma Stone. That's pretty much it. That's the only reason to watch this movie. The villains suck, as do all the Amazing Spider-Man villains. And it's not good. Is it watchable? Sure. But it's not much more than that. At number 8, we have Spider-Man 3. This one, it's not as bad as I remember. Like, it's still not that bad. I remember it being really bad. But I rewatched it recently, and it's really not as bad as I thought. It's still not good, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad as I thought. The main issue here is Topher Grace's Venom being awful. He should not have been in this movie at all, but he was, and that was a big problem. We have The Amazing Spider-Man at number 7. This movie is, like, really good. The main issue that I had was the tone was kind of weird, and also I don't like the suit. I think the Amazing Spider-Man suit is the worst suit. Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit is, like, my favorite suit of all time, unless you've seen No Way Home, in which case there's a cooler one. But I don't like the Amazing Spider-Man suit at all. In fact, it kind of ruins the movie a little bit for me. I think the Lizard was kind of a weird choice for a villain here, but whatever. Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield, again, are pretty much the only reason to watch this film. At number 6, we have Spider-Man Far From Home. This movie is really good. I have a lot of, like, nostalgia for it already. It came out 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Holy shit. I'm old. And the issue that I have with it is, again, it doesn't have the solid tone that I'm looking for. Whereas Homecoming was very light and fluffy and very happy, and that was okay for a Spider-Man film. And now we have No Way Home, which is very dark and grim, that I really appreciate as well. But this one was kind of in the middle, and it didn't work very well at, like, mixing them both together. A lot of people don't like Mysterio. I actually do like Mysterio a lot in this. I like the creativity of using the drones. And of course, Jake Gyllenhaal does a very good performance, as always. Alright, number 5, we have Spider-Man. This is the 2002 Sam Raimi film. I like it. It's just not as, it doesn't hold up as good as I thought it did. It still holds up, but just not as good as I thought it did. The main issue with this film is that Tobey Maguire is an awful actor. That's just true. You can try to defend it all you want. It's true. He's just an awful actor. And I'm just, it's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Like, in not a very good way. But we got Green Goblin, which is an iconic villain, which is why he's pretty far up there. But yeah, pretty good film. Number 4, Spider-Man 2. This is kind of what everyone thinks of as the best Spider-Man film, and I disagree. I think it's very good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's very good. I gave it an A+, I think. And it's very good. Doc Ock was great. I love the idea of Peter Parker losing his powers a little bit and having to force himself to deal with the great responsibility. Great power comes great responsibility thing. And I appreciate that. I think it's really, really cool. It was very well done. That's why it's not at the bottom, but it's definitely not as good as the other 3 that I'm about to talk about. Number 3, we have Spider-Man Homecoming. I love Spider-Man Homecoming. It's, I rewatched it yesterday before I went to go see No Way Home, and, I don't know, it's not as good as I remember it being, but I've also seen it literally hundreds of times. Like, I mean that literally. One year I was depressed, and I just put it on repeat all over and over again, for like 15 days. So I remember every inch of the film, but for some reason it's just not as entertaining now. I think it's because I've literally burned it into my brain. But it's still a super fun, lighthearted, awesome, fun movie, and I absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. The Vulture's a really cool villain. It keeps it really light, which I think was really important for introducing Spider-Man. And then now that Tom Holland's getting older, we can kind of add some dark and grittiness to it that I think we really like. Coming at 2 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This movie is perfect. The art is stunning. The voice acting is top-notch. It's really, really a great film. There's nothing I can say that's bad about it, but it's just not as good as number 1, which is Spider-Man No Way Home. That movie is incredible. I already have nostalgia for it. I can't wait to go see it again. I'm seeing it Friday in 3D. I'm going to keep track of how many times I see it just so I can tell you guys at the end of the year. But it's going to be a lot. Pretty much any time that I have off, I'm going to go check it out. Except, I mean, I have to wait, because once The Matrix comes out, I'll need to watch The Matrix, and I'll need to... The Matrix and stuff will already probably be out when this video comes out, so I don't know what I'm talking about it, but The Matrix and The Kingsman and, like, all that. I gotta make sure I'm available to watch all of those. So I can't watch Spider-Man every day, but I really want to. So yeah, that's my Spider-Man ranked. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about it. What is your rank? I love reading those kind of things, so definitely put that in the comments down below. And get your tickets to Spider-Man No Way Home. If you somehow have not seen it yet, please consider getting tickets. It's important that you do. That is all I'll say. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And as always, keep watching movies and television. Stay educated. And I'll see you guys in the next video.